My jealous sister-in-law wore a white gown to my wedding, so I ruined her dress. My sister-in-law has always acted kind of cold toward me, but I never thought her jealous behavior would ever go this far. I started dating my husband 5 years ago and we've been engaged for about a year and a half now. I get along with everyone in my husband's family except for his younger sister Alyssa, who is currently 20 years old. The rest of his family was always welcoming and polite to me, but every time I saw her, she gave me dirty looks and talked to whoever was around me instead of talking straight to me. She has such an annoying habit of speaking directly to my husband while I'm standing right next to him. This literally happens every time I see her. So much so that I asked my husband about Alyssa's behavior one day. All he said was that she had always been really attached to him while growing up since he was her only big brother. Look, I have siblings too, but I don't let my attachments to them lead me to disrespect their partners. Alyssa is very reliant on my husband and calls him almost every day and gets upset if he doesn't stay on the phone with her for at least an hour. Even though it was an ongoing issue in our marriage, I just let her bullshit slide since it was really the only problem in my relationship. I figured Alyssa was just young and needy and that her treatment of me and her clinginess to my husband might improve with age. Well, looks like I was completely wrong, because the minute my husband and I got engaged, her behavior got 100% worse. For example, when my husband and I held a dinner at our house to announce our engagement, Alyssa burst out in tears the moment we shared the happy news. Mind you, this is a 20-year-old woman crying her eyes out of my dinner table saying that she was never gonna see her big bro again. At one point, she even said she doesn't deserve this poop. My husband's mom just took her home after congratulating us, but she basically ruined the entire dinner out of her own selfishness. During the wedding planning, Alyssa would act the same self-absorbed way if I tried to include her in anything. I tried to invite her to try on bridesmaid dresses, but she spent the whole time texting my husband and FaceTiming her friends at full volume. It was ridiculous. There she was in the dress shop surrounded by me and my friends, and she was talking loudly on the phone to her friends about how effing bored she was and how she would rather be anywhere else. I started to get incredibly annoyed with Alyssa's worsening treatment of me, so I stopped including her in anything until the wedding. After she wasn't invited to my bachelorette party, she called my husband sobbing, claiming that I was bullying her. Honestly, I overheard this call, and hearing my husband baby his grown sister over the phone made my skin crawl. Apparently, Alyssa was demanding that I apologize to her for not inviting her. But when my husband told me this, I laughed, thinking he was joking. I took this opportunity to tell my husband how sick I was of her immature bullshit and that I didn't want to hear about her again until after the wedding. He seemed frustrated with me, and that week he spent a lot of time on the phone with her. Whatever I had wedding planning to do anyway. Like I said, Alyssa is really the only topic my husband and I disagree on, so I plan to let sleeping dogs lie until after the wedding. I hadn't heard from Alyssa in weeks before the day of our wedding, and I should have known that she was planning another selfish stunt to make another day all about her. I just never thought she would be so cruel and bold about it. The only thing worse about what she did to me on the day of my wedding was my husband's reaction.